I'll see what I can get on everything. That is really weird how it shifts that around. Let's see. Okay, it looks like you guys can see me again. Maybe. Or maybe not.
Jenny said she could see you when you shared. I can see you also.
Yeah, I think hosts will always have that ability, Niall.
Jenny's not a host.
Right.
But
okay, Paulette and Candy are saying they can see us.
They can see us talking. Okay, so I guess I'm just trying to think how to. I mean, I'm reporting it. They're going to be jumping on.
Tammy said she can see you on YouTube again.
Okay. Well, that's good because we're going to be going in right from this to the BFA event, and I'm just going to let it stream the BFA event today again. So we can tie stuff in there, drive it more. So let me okay. I'll get that going. It's working. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure you guys can see that. Let's see if they can see it all. So if there's a problem, always, reboot's the best option typically. So let me change my All right, I'm going to leave this on as we I'll come back to it, I guess, and see. I'll change it again. All right, here we go. I love this one. So we'll leave this one on for a second. I'll bring the other one back up. And this is another one. All right, so Ascension Marketing is real, folks. Let's see, what side is it on? Right there. I'm just going to say, that's how things work. We just drip, right? We push stuff out there. I'm looking at some AI tools that are specific for Facebook engagement and things like that. I'm always looking for a way to automate the stuff that's there. But let's go back to the action items. I need to bring in 1 to 2 new people to the team every week myself and duplicate that process with everybody I can. Okay? So we're doing the V marketing. We're doing the reach outs. We're all the things that we're doing. All to gain that 1 or 2 great people that we can then work with to help them do the same. That's as simple as the process goes. Got to be consistent on it. All right. Let me build this page out. I'm sharing. You guys can see this. Let me get back to fun facts about Chick-fil-A. And I got all this stuff that just came in from you can tell I did it from ChatGPT because it's got the lines on it. I got to change all that format. I can't take AI and let that be my page. It's not going to help me. I got to make it my own. So I'm going to use it as the guide. I'm using like an encyclopedia. I got the information, and then I'm going to put my own verbiage into it. Right? This teaches a lot. Now I'm also going to starting with so here, this is what I mean by starting with the name Chick-fil-A. You probably know that it means chicken fillet. And I'm gonna thanks you guys, Cynthia Lowry Ford. I love her name, so I like to say it, but she's got so much to do on Chick-fil-A. And when she gets her articles done, I will be linking to her articles from mine because she just got so much more perspective. But she taught me this, and it's gonna, I mean, like, did you know they tested chicken wings? Okay, so I'm throwing extra stuff in that is going to definitely add some differentiation. And then I did this, and then as soon as Cynthia has, if she has a story built in hers, I'll share it right here. I will always do that. All right. And then this, I've already got that. And I did it my own way, and I'm gonna put in a little enter there because I want to get rid of all of this right to there. Okay, so I'm on 2. So 1, starting with the name. Right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it here. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to highlight it and highlight it blue. Okay. And, or I can, let's see, I can undo that. I'm just going to do this. It's a heading 3 already. I'll just do the whole text in blue. That's fine. They are closed every Sunday. Right. Okay, so let's see. Not sure what happened here, but I'll fix that heading 3. All right, had fun with that one. I'm gonna go back up here. Um, mm. All right. I already did this one. And I can rearrange some of these. It came from there, but I can rearrange them, right? I don't need to have it be exactly what Chad gave me. I can rearrange it. And I'm rewriting every little bit of this that I can, right? Now I'm going to say, see the story of this somewhere here, right? And I'm going to link that where? To my other page, right? Chick. The original story, the origination story of Chick-fil-A right there. Right? I'm going to bold it. And I'm going to Okay. Um, See, how to remember, you got to reword it, all of it. You can't just do a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to clean this up right here. Get rid of this. I got to clean this up. That's blue. And it's in the origination story. Like, I'm going to pull this up. All right, now there's 6, there's 7, 8, 9. There's a lot on this. I mean, and this is just taking a lot of time, but there's something here that came up and I also want to look at it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up chat for more research. Does Chick-fil-A, when they open a new restaurant, give away free sandwiches for a year to those first customers that camp out? Okay, so I've seen this. I almost participated in years ago. And I'm like, nah, it's not for me. But So I'm grabbing this. I'm gonna add that to my article because it's a good fun fact that wasn't here, and the more things I add to it, the better, right? So I'm gonna come up to this.
Rory, I just wanted to check my mic. Is it working good?
Oh, that's good. We got 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, I should have. I
And
gotta.
I wanted to give you a time check too.
Perfect. All right, so let me do this. Let me move this. Yeah, your mic sounds great. We already had an issue we had to fix. So oh, there's my messages. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Right, I just get going on those pages. We've had a lot to cover today. All right, let's change. We'll go to a 5-minute countdown. And then I'll get ready. All right, make sure you guys are inviting everybody. I'll be right back. Yeah, we get this going. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to our BFA event. And I first of all want to welcome you here. We like to get started right away and cover this. We definitely appreciate you being here, and we definitely appreciate your time. But we're about to give you something amazing, and we're going to go through it. Now, I'm going to start out here really quick. We're going to go into your one-on-one instructor. Everybody needs to have an instructor. You should already have one. But if you do not have one, this is the time to get one. And I'm going to ask you to speak up in our chat. All right. And put that in there. And if you're joining us, you're on live on Facebook or sorry, if you're on YouTube and you're seeing it there or anything else there, make sure you connect, but you can chat with us as well. And just let us know in chat, like if you don't know who your instructor is, you don't remember their name, and we're going to have our MSIs connect you. So let's go over this, okay? You're not alone. We're in this together, and this is all about guidance, support, and success. You should already be connected with your one-on-one instructor. These are people that began in RRR247 just like you, looking for a solution. They found it and are now paying it forward with you. And they have full access to incredible resources to do it. If you are great, be sure to keep in contact with them during and after this BFA event, so you are able to get off to a great start, okay? They will help you as needed to get into the $750 a month stipend program we're going to talk about, and we're going to cover that here shortly, as well as into the ways we can create income every day together. If you do not have an instructor or do not know who your instructor is, then please chat with us here now, like I already said. So our MSI Master System instructors here with RRR247 can locate you in our system and get you connected with your instructor or get you assigned to MSI today. We have an open door in our marketing, and we want to make sure you are all set to go forward with all the awesome, amazing solutions we're about to show you here today. So some of you might just be coming here. You may not remember who sent you over here. We're going to help you get lined up with that and get you going, okay? So just know we've got your back, and we do it in a very, very big way here. All right, and let's go over the agenda. This is what we're going to cover today. We got 5 points. We're going to go over our background and why we can offer this incredible opportunity to you. Now, first of all, everybody, this sounds too good to be true, but when you understand why we can do it, that should help you understand that this is real, and let's get going, okay? No one has what we have here with RRR247. Nobody. And because there is nothing else like us, we are excited to share this with you and your family today. This is about how you can not only start with a $750 a month income, but how you can create income every day. The next part is we're going to go into an introduction on and how we get the process started today with our IBO program that allows us to give you $750 a month in a stipend payment. This is income to you, and how $750 a month allows us to work with you to create even more income. All right. Then we're going to go into how our training platform works, which is a learning management system, LMS, and how it works in connection with your one-on-one instructor and your leadership team to guide you from start to growth. And the next thing we're going to go into is an overview of the performance blogging system, and we call it PBS for short, so you're going to hear me say that, and how the businesses combined into the PBS system allow for creating income, and an explanation to circular marketing to create multiple streams of income. Then we're going to do a recap, and we are here to get your stipend of $750 a month started. Literally, we want to get you in the process started today. Then to get you positioned to learn and earn with our proven circular marketing process to create not just one income, but several incomes. And how the sky is the limit when we work the PBS system and all the components together. All right. And truly, it's awareness, education, action, and freedom. If you got time freedom and financial freedom, that is what we're striving for, and we know how to create it, and that's what we do here. All right. Let's go through the timeline. Basically go to our background. Let's just get right to it. So timeline on how we got here, a journey of vision, innovation, and impact. And I got to tell you, it's been years, right? We started in 1989, advertising and marketing with direct mail, magazine, newspaper. And that went from 1999 to 1994, 1989 to 1994. From tiny ads placed in classifieds to full page ads, I was working with large clients and organizations. Okay. In 94, online marketing began for us, and until present day and ongoing, right? This was immediate and no delays for printing times or delivery and response times. You know, I was working with large clients and organizations as well. I still do, right? And 1997, I stopped all direct mail, magazine, newspaper advertising completely. Everything went online, okay? And again, I'm working with large clients and contracted organizations. All right. In 1997, I also began blogging and creating content marketing online. This was the beginning development of the performance blogging system, PBS. And I was working with large clients and contracted organizations. Now, I'm going to bring this up there. I bring up contracted organizations and then organizations. You're going to see something that changed, okay? And we're going to get to it. But in 2007, that's when the performance blogging system, or PBS, was created. That's when it happened. And it happened because of massive changes in how Google worked with organic search and the ability to add keywords to folders and not being subject to a single domain. The unlimited potential of keywords or content on a single URL was now a reality. And I was able to work with large clients and contracted organizations still. And let me go. Oh, sorry, we're on page 2. And then something happened in 2008. This is when the housing market crash was happening, right? Tanya and I, my wife and I, we launched the RRR247 program. And this was something where I literally had one of my biggest God moments of my life and realized what I should be doing. And we haven't looked back since. And working to help the single mother raising 3 children and anyone that could benefit similar, right? And that was willing to learn about the internet, performance blogging, and how marketing works to create time and financial freedom. I want to go into it a little bit more here. I knew that I could help anybody, but if I could help the single mom with 3 kids, I could help everyone. And I was looking at, where the world was at and things just lined up there. So everything I built was based around helping a single mother get ahead. If I can help a single mother raising 3 kids, create an atmosphere where she could be there with the kids, focus with the kids and grow and bring the money in that she needed, that's what I needed to do. And then anything else would help anybody else around that too, right? So I was working with large clients, and then we moved for organization to RRR247 only. We dropped all organizations to focus on the future with RRR247. That's why I talked about contracted organizations. We ended all our contracts, phased all stuff out, and went RRR247 forward from 2008 on. I've said no to several things since because all the energy is in here. And I just want to, I think it's good to be said because we knew that in order to do this, we had to do that. And this is an amazing thing that we do. And I just want to know how it got put together. So I'll continue, right? So, again, we wanted to create a way for people to basically do what I do to get what I get. Do what Rory does to get what Rory gets. Follow me exactly to get what I get by doing what I do, right? And so that happened from 2008. Things were going on there. We built that up there. A lot of work. 2015, we added something amazing, and that is our IBO process. That's when it began. Now, it was early in solving what was coming in the years to come for large clients. Only a few were able to participate as the demand was just beginning. And this began the understanding and forward focus of this program. Okay, now there was things that happened prior to this, but this became like an absolute thing we put together and structured. And I'll tell you this right now, it only helped a few people. The demand wasn't quite there. 2017, with the right leadership and teams in place, RRR247 started creating massive results in the marketing path, proving out that consensus marketing, teamwork, and focusing on products with people, products that people love, want, and desire would grow into success, right? And I gotta say that, grow with everybody. Like, these are things I've been proving out for years. And if you look at it from 2008 to 2017, we were building our organization. We were attracting people, marketing, finding people that wanted to do this, and also pay it forward and train. It's a lot of work. And I'll put this out there. We were not break even or cash positive as a company until 2017 either. We put in millions and millions of dollars to create this because we knew what we needed to do. And there was a lot that had to be put into it. I mean, a lot. And 2018, because of the IBO process, is growing. So 3 years of it started growing, right? And it grew in needs for the large advertising clients. So RRR247 exclusively is connected to allow for the win-win scenario to help families to have extra funds to grow their PBS and their RRR247 businesses by utilizing what the IBO created. Now, you're going to learn what that is, but that's why we're able to do it, and it created this win-win scenario, and it allowed us to do even more, okay? And I want to just pause for a second and cover something. We understand that it takes a lot of grit, a lot of passion and belief to build a business. Any business needs that, and online isn't different. And everything we go forward and build, that's how it's done, right? This is not get rich quick. It's not a job. It is a business partnership with us, and we make money based on actions. But we've already done all the heavy work, all the hard work to figure out the processes, what needs to be in place to help people get going even quicker. And the IBO just helps with so much of that. So let me go on to page 3. I'm getting ahead of myself, right? 2018, also things shifted, right? That quick. As soon as you figure things out, Tanya and I were able to offer paid for you marketing. As in Rory and Tanya, we pay for your marketing. You get free leads to grow your business. Because we market things that people love, want, and desire, we are utilizing success in marketing, products, and services to create the way to help others to do this, not just learn this. This created something no one does but us. It takes money to make money, and in marketing, it absolutely takes money to create paid marketing, right? Paid, that's the word paid comes from. And every business out there, if they don't pay money to market, if they're not spending money to market, they're not going to grow. Okay. And I know I'll say this, a couple times, but even McDonald's spends more than $1 million every single day to market, or they lose market share. It doesn't matter even if you're established, you still got to spend money to market. And this is a major thing that most people can't afford to do. We figured out how to solve that. So when we provided that solution, right, it then really became do what Rory does, get what Rory gets. And I let people know the difference between me and you is I've done this longer. But also, no one pays my marketing. We pay for our marketing and we pay for yours. So it's even better, right? We get to provide that, and that's our philanthropy and what we get to create in the community with this. And I'll go forward. 2021, Marketing is Freedom by Rory Rickert, me, right, is finalized to ebook, audiobook, and hard copy. The book was done. I've been working on that book, obviously, for years, okay? Stuff of it started, from 89 and 90 and the learning of it, right? But that book has allowed for the education and understanding of marketing to be better taught and understood. This is the user guide for success in marketing with us, with RRR247, and has the understandings of multiple details of how marketing actually works. It'll help you in all aspects of life. And if you don't have that book already, don't worry, you're going to get access to it in the LMS. Your instructors will make sure you have it. So you can learn from it, and it is required reading to do what we do. It's going to help you a lot to understand things. No one just learns marketing. They don't teach it in school, and even if you're in business, I blow people's mind away with knowledge and marketing all the time because they just didn't learn it anywhere. Now, 2024, April 20th was the launch of our RRR247 CRM, a major technology piece. This technology piece transformed the ability to utilize paid marketing with SMS and calls to further grow and support the RRR247 community. It also created far more abilities for creating circular marketing and success online for the RRR247 marketing family. We're a family. We're just constantly working together, right? And we took huge costs associated with success in marketing, brought them all in-house, and created another revenue share program for the RRR247 students. So let me explain something. These were tools that we were seeing to be used to make our jobs better, and we were spending literally $300 to $400 a month to do it. We brought it all in-house, dropped it because I have a telco background, and we figured out how to do all these services in-house. And we have the right people to help program it all. So we brought it all in-house, and we minimized our costs tremendously and made it a revenue sharing program. So we took our biggest cost of the business, reduced it to something very amenable, and made it a revenue source. So it's just smarter. And it's massive. We're very proud of it. But that happened in 2024. In 2025, IBO was updated with larger focus for the pending futures and online e-commerce. Now, I got to bring this up here. This is why we do BFA events. It changed the shift of how we do things. The demand for the IBO solution became massive. It's allowing us to create more win-win scenarios for current and new RRR247 students and families. And then here we are, 2026. All things RRR247 are amazing. IBO is set to add hundreds of families to the program monthly. We can do that right now. And demand for marketing online is growing without end. We have increased what we do for our large clients to make the IBO program even more of a win-win. Better processes and support for building the success and longevity of the campaigns, the overhead and operations, creating even more of a win-win for us all. And we're going to cover that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is I'm about to go into here. Let me bring up this. Here's the timeline. You get just a little overview. Started in 1989. We're down here to 2026. This is what we do. We are very amazing at what we do. We've gone through a lot of hurdles to get to where we are. And so I think it's just really important for you to I can summarize it all. This didn't happen over days. This has been happening over decades. And technology continues to grow. And so do we, as far as how we adapt and go. But I will tell you, the marketing principles haven't changed. The law of marketing, which means, something we cover in training. I'm just going to cover it a little bit right now. As we go into here, we have such a business because we get to participate in the law of marketing. Now, I say the law of marketing, most people probably don't know what it means. They don't teach it in school, but they do teach another law, and that's the law of gravity. And by the time you're probably in the third grade, you should have learned it about 3 different times. It's that important. Okay. I got grandkids in school. They learn about gravity. And the thing about gravity, right, in the simplest form, there's obviously a lot more to it, but what goes up must come down, right? That's the simple form. And obviously gravity and gravitational forces, depict how we live, and there's life or death to it, right? And the one thing I want to point out is whether you believe in it or not doesn't matter. If you jump off the roof of your house, you're going to come crashing down and break both your legs or worse, right? Gravity is real. Whether you believe it or not, that's going to happen. Well, when we talk about the law of marketing, marketing is the oldest profession known to man. And I say that because nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, happens without the conveyance of an idea. All right? And if you break down the basics of the law of marketing, it basically goes like this. Doesn't matter how great your product is or how great your service is, if you don't have a way to explain it, people aren't just going to rush to buy it, right? Nothing sells itself. So the law of marketing, simply put, is nothing sells itself. Someone's got to market it. Someone's got to go convey what it does, show what it does, explain it, get people interested in it. And, I like to get really dramatic about it just to get the point driven home. And that is, religion doesn't sell itself, and neither does cocaine. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, sells itself. Everything has to be conveyed. And we're living in this crazy technology time and advances and everything. And even with that going on, the fighting for our time and attention, right? Attention is a huge currency now. We're trying to get in front of people. It's even more important today than it's probably ever been. And so that's what we get to go into. Now, I'm going to go into this IBO to explain this program that's freaking amazing that allows us to get stipends of $750 a month going to our people here that get going. This is something we used to offer after somebody was up and going and set up with all the systems that we do. We have such a demand for it that now we offer these events to get people in, get them started with this. So they know they're going to be making money no matter what. And then it's, use it like a bridge to build all the things that we do. All right. Now I'm going to be bringing on a very special person for us. She runs this, and I'm going to bring on a video that explains things. And there's some things in the video that have just been updated. And so after the video, we're going to explain what those are. And I'm going to introduce you to Trisha, who runs that entire program. She has an amazing team to do it. And she likes to talk to every individual new person, new IBO member every time, right? We are very high touch. And we're gonna walk through all of that after this video. So I'm gonna show you a video of what it is and how we get this going. And again, I got this timeline on how we got here. I'm gonna come on here for just a moment to talk to you. And I've got the RRR247 thing here. I'm gonna leave it up today. We know how to market. We know how to grow. We know how to teach you to do the same thing so you're able to create money on a very regular basis. It's not a job. Everything we do is based on actions. In fact, when I mean by an action is a product is sold, a service is bought, so transaction is happening and we get paid on it. And a lot of things we do are residually based, meaning we sign a customer up and get paid on them for the life of the account. As long as they're a customer, anytime they buy, we get paid. It's what we call residual affiliate marketing. We do that. Now we get to market things people love, want, and desire. And we do it in a big, big way with our big clients that created this IBO program that I'm about to show you. And then in addition to that, we do it in teams in other effective ways that creates income for us individually and for the team, and what helps provide and sustain a lot of things that we do here. We've had time to make it smart. Okay. And I can't wait for you guys to meet Trisha. We're going to watch this video. I'm going to bring her on. We're going to explain a few points back and forth, and we're going to get the IBO available for you to start going today. And then we're going to go into the rest of the agenda. I'm going to show you the training platform. I'm going to also show you the PBS. I'll show you the PBS first, then I'll show you the training platform, because what I want you to realize is when you get started with us, we're going to guide you, hold your hand through the entire process. Today, tomorrow, next month, next year, basically, as long as we're here, this is what we do. And we have legacy. And you know what? There are people that are instructors here that have been here for years and years and years. Not because it doesn't work, because it does work. And we've been able to last through all sorts of different changes because marketing is always needed. All right, now, what I'm about to show you has gone into a very mainstream way. It is a very big solution. We provide the solution. And when you provide solutions, you should get paid for it, right? Well, we created a way to get paid where it benefits our community members to where we can create a win-win-win and help people bridge the gap. Okay, that's what this allows. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and then we're gonna bring Trisha on and go from there. Here goes. Okay, before I start, I'm gonna take a brain. Gosh, I love this. I love this. This is my second today. Under the tongue, 10 seconds. I found that it kicks in quicker. That chocolate sea salt, it's still my absolute favorite. They come out with some seasonal ones. Anyway, I can't even talk about those products enough. Okay, so IBL program. I'm going to tell you, not everybody qualifies for it. And it's another thing where marketing solves a problem, and if you solve a problem, you should get paid for it, right? And this is something I want to give some background for. I've been involved in this process for well over 17 years now, and then the first time we solved it, and it was coming up with a solution to a problem. And now, about 3.5 years ago, we added it to the students here at RRR247. It's literally blessed thousands of people now. In a recent snapshot, and I'm sure it'll be more by the time you see this video, but it paid out $250,000 to our students in a month, right? That's a big blessing. Think of that, right? To help our students, right? And that's income on top of everything else we're making in the whole world of performance blogging. This is something that I got to bring to the table that my company's created, and it's very important. And I'll tell you right off the bat, Jim Frankowiak. He's Tanya and I, he's our attorney since '94. Jim is the business attorney here, and he stands behind every one of these we get set up. I have him oversee it. It's his main role here is to make sure that this IBO program is processed properly. It's dealing with banks. There's things that can go wrong, and if they do, he's on there to make sure it's fixed right away. Okay, and he oversees every application, and we deal with attorneys, accountants. It's done extremely legit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how we solved the problem and where the problem came from that we solved. Okay, so we deal in marketing, right? And that's how we build all this stuff up in the first place. And in the world of online marketing, it's fun, right? maybe you've seen ads or commercials where they show like a website with 0 sales and all of a sudden it has thousands of sales, right? And that can work with the right thing, right? It takes money to make that happen, paid marketing to make that happen. It just doesn't virally happen like that otherwise. Nothing sells itself. Remember that? Nothing sells itself. Okay, so that's why we have to market the way we do to bring people into our systems and then let the marketing happen. We have to market marketing. Okay, so in the IBO program, it stands for Independent Business Office, where the problem is solving a big problem for a big commerce need. So I'm going to talk about this. We have big clients. These are usually big corporations, funds, hedge funds that back it up. They're looking for ways to grow income based on businesses and buying businesses. And online, there's very awesome products to sell. And one of those examples would be skin cream. This is a high-end skin cream, anti-wrinkle, anti-aging, very similar to products like we sell on our blogging systems, right? Kind of like the youth, all right? And however, these are high-end, right, as well. And these are, these companies have their own ingredients. They've got their own, formulators that create this incredible cream with incredible ingredients. And I kind of find it funny. I'll segue for a second. Is the ingredients are all that matters. That the actual cream, right? That's what you're buying to apply on your face to get the results you want. Yet, I won't buy that if it's in a clear container that's airtight and everything. That's maybe cost 50 cents because it looks cheap. How can that great stuff be in a cheap thing? If for me to spend the money, I gotta see this glorious weighted glass jar, right? That has a lid that screws off and it feels like $1 million. And that drives the cost of the goods up. But we're trained that if to spend our money, it's got to feel like it. It's crazy, right? And I bring that up there because it's one of the things that has to happen. So these companies have a starting balance to get their business going in this aspect of $5 to $10 million. Okay. The reason being is they got to produce a lot of the product, carry huge inventories to make this work. And it's also a very high volume, low margin business. We can't just sell 20 a day. We'll lose. We can't make the marketing work. We have to do massive marketing, massive media buys, be in front of the right people in the right areas in mass to make thousands of sales happen a day to make the economics work. So we have to sell thousands a day or it doesn't work. Okay. And that's not the problem. We can do it. We got to figure it out. All right. Been doing it for 17 years. Now, the product has to be made. Now, in order to get the cost of goods down on those heavy glass jars, they got to get like 1 million of those units created. Gold foil, all this nice little wrapping and logos on it, and then the actual cream inside, right? Which is the actual product that works. But sometimes the cost of goods is more in that bottle. Crazy. So anyway, packaging's done, 1 million units, right? That means that we got to sell those within a year because they have like a 2-year shelf life. If we're not selling them within a year, we got to throw them away. So that's a problem, but we don't have that problem. We're going to sell 1 million. We know how to do it. Okay. So we have to sell at least 1,000. So to keep math easy, let's say they're $100 an item, right? And we're going to sell 1,000 a day, $100,000 a day. Times 30 days in a month is $3 million. Okay. Now, these are products that people buy month 1, month 2, month 3, and there's a drop off. So 60% of those that buy in month 1 buy month 2. And then 60% that bought in month 2 and the reorders from month 1 buy the next month. So what we're talking about is merchant processing. So in order to process 3 million, I need the bank to give me 3 million in processing for month 1, but I'm going to need 5 million month 2, 7 million month 3, because I'm going to constantly do new sales plus have the residual sales coming in, the reorders. Make sense? Okay, it should. Okay. So the problem is even though we have a track history of doing this for 17 years, even 17 years ago, we had this problem, but even though we have that track history, Visa, MasterCard regulations with the bank that's issuing the merchant account won't allow them to get the risk of merchanting to a new business because they want to see traditional growths where you start out selling a few hundred items and it starts growing gradually. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see these big growth spikes and constant things. They don't feel comfortable giving that much risk to an entity. So years ago, 17 years ago, got together with attorneys, reading the contracts, the Visa MasterCard regulations, and they know contract law. And looking at contract law, we got accountants together to come with a program that we could pitch to the banks to get them on board to see if this would be a solution to this problem. Because if we can't merchant, we can't sell. There's no business. The business dies. right? It's the Achilles heel. If you don't have a way to take people's money, you can't sell and deliver goods, and then you don't have a business. And we can't just sell a few. It doesn't work, and the economics don't work. We have to sell thousands a day, right? So what we did is we got together, looked at the paperwork, and we did, by contractual law, daisy chain business together as an independent business office. So, and we presented it to the banks, and they went with it. The same banks that said no on one account liked this option because it gave them what they needed to meet the requirements and spread the risk out. And we have a steady, solid, amazing track history of doing so. Well, it created an opportunity for the right people. 17 years ago, I just did it for my family and friends. I helped 24 people create extra income for doing this. It helped pay off everything but like their homes. It was amazing, okay? Now, I'm gonna say this, it's not a forever thing, all right? There's things that can go wrong, and that's why we put guarantees, and I'm gonna explain that. But where the problem is we can't get all the things on once, so we have to daisy chain it. So we create independent business offices. We set things up all legitimately through CPAs and accountants. Entities are formed where the business office individual steps forward, becomes on the entities. Bank accounts are set up. It doesn't cost a single dime, and you're indemnified in the whole process. So as long as you don't do anything unethical, you have no risk. However, you get something to gain, right? You're facilitating something. And it's going to take a little bit of time to get set up, a couple months, and then there's about 10 minutes of a month of reporting that you've got to do to submit on what's going on in the bank statements and so forth, so that everybody's numbers are accounting right. That's it. And for doing so, you get paid as a partner in this $750 a month, regardless of profits, for a minimum of 6 months. So no matter what happens, once it starts, you're guaranteed to get paid out $750 a month for minimum 6 months. We've had some going over 3 years. We've had some go a year. We've had some go 10 months. And that's why I tell everybody, don't go bank on it. Don't go buy a house or a car based on this. It's bridge money to me. It's a gift I'm giving you. You have 6 months of money coming in. 750 is a lot of money to start out with for this. And the reason why we wanted it to be 750, used to average about 250, but 750 is a magical number. Covers your overhead for everything we're doing in the PBS, and $500, which in most cases means mom can stay home with the kids. See, if you're a stay-home mom and you go to work and you got to put kids in daycare, you better be making $20 an hour or more, or else you're not going to bring any money home. If you're making $15 an hour, you basically break even by the time you add up what it costs for wear and tear on your car, gas, extra meals, the coffees, childcare, and all the other stuff that you need to have cost-wise. Not to mention you gave up your time, and you're not there to raise your kid. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't. You add it up. You got to be making incredible money, or it doesn't make sense. And so this gives a way for you not to have extra expenses other than what's covered there. You're going to be bringing a net $500 into the family for 6 months while you build up your PBS business. So you're doing the anchors with us. We're leveraging you into this, and we give you a slot in here, right? Our VIPs get preferential treatment. They go right above the list. Our standard students go behind there, and you'll notice we always have pretty much, I'm sure there's occupancy, and you might have to wait a little bit for a space, but get in line. And it doesn't cost anything to apply for this. It doesn't cost you anything, but there are some stipulations, I guess, or requirements. You got to be above the age of 24 and below the age of 70. It's not age discrimination. It's just the banks have their certain things on what they want to risk and everything else on there, and it's up to them. There's nothing in writing on that, but I'm just going to tell you what we've seen. All right, so over 24, under 70. You need a credit score of 620 or better, no felonies, and no bankruptcies. And if your bankruptcy's been discharged because it's over 5 years, that means it doesn't exist. That means no bankruptcies. But if you're currently in a bankruptcy, you can't do it yet, okay? The other thing is you've got to be a tax filing citizen. So you got to have at least your last 2 years of taxes, and they'll help you with the documentation. If that fits, apply in there. You'll do a pre-approval process and go through. And if it's something you can't quite qualify for, as soon as you can. This isn't you do it now or you lose your opportunity. It's something we're generating the need for all the time. But we do have a list of priority based on time in, and VIPs get first choice or preferential treatment because they came in the VIP program, and then our standard students, you're just in line after that, and then instructors obviously are the top. We take care of our instructors because they are paying it forward better than anybody. And you're going to be set up with a handler. The handler is going to handle your account in case there's any issues, but if there is an issue above that, you go right to our attorney, Jim. We get right on it. It's something we take it at heart. You know, we're dealing with finances and things on there. We just want to make sure everybody knows we've got your back on this. And this is something that's allowed us to help people succeed when they couldn't before. Sometimes you get here, your back is against the wall. You should have came here a year ago. This is extra money that can really help things out. It can take some pressure off. It can help save homes. It can help save marriages from that pressure. And we want to give that to you. So, you know, if you think you qualify for it, apply. If you're not ready for it yet, they can tell you to try back in 3 months or 6 months. And this enables us to make you stronger as a partner with us to do the work. And we know that if we can get you to not have to have that third job or get rid of that second job or allow mom to actually bring some money in to give her time to do this and get the support of her spouse while she's working on her PBS, we all win from this. It's a win-win scenario. But, you know, if you think you'll qualify for it, do it. I recommend this for everybody, okay? It's an amazing solution. It's an amazing gift. I always tell people it's the freest money. It's real, all right? But you're solving a problem. It's a win-win scenario. You're getting paid very well for doing so. I'll talk to you in the next training, and keep going. It's gonna get awesome. Welcome. God bless. Okay, so now I'm going to bring on Trisha, and we're going to cover some things. So Trisha, you're with us, right? Trisha, you here? All right, so as Trisha's joining us, let me get, okay, perfect. Are you able to talk, Trisha? And Courtney, we're going to talk about that. All right.
Oh, now I got my mic on. It's taking a minute for it to allow me to come in.
All right. Well, and you can come on video so we can see that smiley face.
Yeah, it's rolling around. It's trying to catch up.
Okay, well, we'll take it as it comes in. So here's what I want to point out. A couple changes. Jim is still there behind everything, but this got so big. Trisha has a whole team to take care of things. And then Jim comes in as Jim's needed. That being said, it runs so freaking smooth, guys. Now let's go over some changes. I said 24 to 70. It's 21 to 69. Okay, so if you are 69 and you're getting closer to 70, you better jump on this super fast because we got to get that done. Okay, on the age thing. 21. Unbelievable. We got it done. And we had a lot of demand for it. And that allows us to help people that are like in college. There's only one per household. So that's why it makes sense. If they're living outside the house, it makes it available as opposed to them living in the house. Now, we have this open to family and friends. Currently, we have such a huge demand. What's happened, and I'll have Trisha talk about this a little bit more, is we used to do this for a very niche direction of stuff growing, and that niche area got bigger. So I want you guys to I always want to I'm going to back it up with facts. Have you noticed that the mall shopping has changed? Have you noticed that the big stores are online bigger and more than ever? And so is everything. Right? We order from apps, we order online way more than we ever have, and it's getting bigger and bigger by the minute. How do you think they process stuff? If you're selling products and services to people, you got to have a way to merchant and bring stuff in. And if you're big and explosive, you need ways to do it. We came up with a solution to allow for it. That's why we have such a big demand. Now, I'm going to have Trisha go over some more things. I also want to break out a couple of things. In the minimum credit score, we said 620. We really need 650. However, we have a lot of tools to help people out. So if your credit isn't that great yet, and you're below 650, and let's say you're around, even 600, 620, I would get the process started because we have ways to help that out there. And Trisha's helped a lot of people to do that. Now I'm going to cover a couple more points and have Trisha come in here. This is something that if you can do it now, do it now. Get going. All right. You might have family members that can help, friends, family, get creative. We can help a lot of people with this. This is a real thing. If you can't do it yet, don't get discouraged and leave. Get in the queue. We're going to help you do other things. We have other ways to bring other money in. This is just a huge win-win we get to add to what we built up. And the reason why we can is because of who we are already. So who we are already is big enough on what we do. We're going to share that with you. All right, Trisha, is your camera working? It looks like
Yes, it's working. Yes, I'm here.
All right, so let's go ahead and give people like the overview. and I want to try something today a little different. Can you just explain to everybody, like when you meet somebody new, how you would explain how this program works from you?
Sure. So first of all, the process that we have in place, we have, Rory will show you the form that we do. We do a form to gather your information, and then we have you go to our website. We have password protected our website because we had people trying to take some of the intellectual property, kind of copy what we're doing. So it's password protected for just our community. And then when you get in there, there's, I think, 6 statements that you answer. It's correct or incorrect. My Experian credit score is greater than 650 points. I've filed my tax returns for the past 2 years. So it takes like literally probably 2 to 3 minutes to answer that. Also on our website, we have some videos. We have some PowerPoint presentations that are also in video format that explain the program a little bit further for you. It's a lot of information, I'm going to be honest with you. So we don't like to just, put too much information out at once. It's a lot to digest, to comprehend. And so we do it piecemeal. So there's PowerPoint presentations there. At the end of that, at the end of the pre-qualification survey, there's a link directly to my calendar. And that's where you can schedule what we call an assessment call. It is a one-on-one, private, confidential, individual call just with you and I. Of course, if you have a spouse or other family members that want to be on the call, they're welcome to join us. But in other words, it's not recorded. I don't report back to instructors because everybody's situation is unique as far as where you are, how you qualify for the program or don't. Do you have credit issues you need to deal with? I've had others who haven't filed their tax returns, and so we helped with that as well. My first nature is that I am an accountant, so know that I'm experienced in that as well. So we take you through the process from the beginning to end, explain it to you just to make sure that you're comfortable with it. Answer any questions that you have. Also, once you schedule that assessment call, you get a confirmation via email, and that confirmation has yet another video. Goes a little bit deeper. It's myself explaining the IBO programs, merchant accounts, the whole kind of theory behind the program as to why IBOs are needed within the industry. So we do a lot of hand-holding, as Rory said. We're high touch, and we want to make sure that everybody understands the program. The assessment call is not a commitment. It's not a sales call. It's literally me sharing information with you, answering any questions you have from some of the videos that you've obtained along the way. But it's really just getting you the information so that you can make the best decision for you. Make sure that this is a good fit for you. Make sure you're comfortable with the program. Make sure you understand the program, understand why it is needed in the industry, understand how it works, and also understand what would be expected of you as an IBO. So again, it's no pressure. It's exchanging information. I will tell you, I've spoken to over, I'm going to say at least 150 students one-on-one, and I probably have had 3 that have said, this is not a good fit for me for whatever reasons. Maybe, I had one that her spouse was in law enforcement and didn't feel comfortable sharing their joint tax return. So that's why, we go through this and we make sure that it's a good fit just for you and for your family and your situation. So I don't know if there's more you want me to share.
The thing about it is you and I talk about this, and our instructors, we're all comfortable. We know how this works. But I wanted to stress it out there. And one of the biggest things, guys, is I'm going to walk you through the form. You do not need to feel obligated. Like, this doesn't commit you to it. You're going to get all the questions answered. We know that it sounds too good to be true. We also know that it works exactly the way we explain it. And it takes about 2 to 4 hours to get it set up. And then depending on what goes on month to month after that, you might have to spend 30 minutes to an hour in maintaining what's necessary report-wise and everything for this. It's not a very big time commitment. And that's important for people to understand. And I got to tell you, it makes a huge difference. I'll tell you this too. The first check is great. It's the second one that gets people the most excited because they realize it's real. Now, we talk about it going 6 months as a guarantee. Let's go over this, Tricia. We want this to go forever. Everything is built with the clients to go as long as it can go, and they're meant to go that way. But what happens is every merchant account is set up for a specific product or service. If that product or service is no longer valid to market, we got to shut the program down. And we sell things that are trending. but all of a sudden they may not sell anymore. It happens. It's a reality. And, you know, like for some reason they don't want it anymore. It's not hitting the numbers and that business needs to be shut down. And then we do another one with another one, with another new product. Okay. Now, Trisha's team is amazing at this. They close things down properly. There's a wait period, make sure all the transactions are closed out. And then we close the relationship with the merchanting down. And then we're able to, in the right situation, get things going again, which is always the plan. So those that are in the program with us, doing everything with us, are part of the active community. We're going to help them get going again over and over again for longevity. Trisha, did I misstate anything in there?
Nope, that's accurate. Absolutely.
And you guys, that's awesome. Now I say this because I get usually with the people I work with, I know our instructors are about the same. I get 2 amazing calls around the IBO. I always get that call when it gets going. They get the first check. The second check, people are always just even more excited because it's real. Like, it's like, okay, this is coming every month. And then when it winds down, I get that panic. Rory, this has really been helping us with stuff. Well, of course, it's enough to make an impact. And that's why I'm going to go into the program after this. If you do everything the right way, do what Rory does, get what Rory gets, you get the 750. And you also get to create money that doesn't go away because we build things for longevity in the other things that we do. And for those that aren't able to get the IBO going yet, maybe you got to fix your credit. Okay, we get the other stuff going, fix your credit along the way, and do it as soon as you can do it. Outside of that, and before I fill out this form and walk you guys through here, Trisha, when we say we work with family and friends, only 1 per household, but that doesn't mean that their neighbor, their colleague, or their son that's attending college, or their daughter's attending college, or their kids that are grown and on their own can't get access to this. Correct? We'll let anybody that's tied to our family into this. Correct?
Correct. And just on the credit too. Yes, that's absolutely correct. I mean, we have some students that, our extreme is he has now, I think he's up to 16 of his family and friends in the program. And, the story that he tells me is, Trisha, a lot of those family members, I was helping to subsidize their income. I was paying for my niece's college. I was paying for my nephew's college. Now that they're IBOs, I don't have to supplement the income to help them. So there's unique ways that we could help the immediate students' financial situation by helping their friends and family, and that's why we opened it up. One thing on the credit I want to say, because a lot of people get very nervous about the credit and very hesitant there. We have what I call a 4-tiered program now of different levels to try and help you improve your credit. And the first 2 are absolutely free programs that are available through Experian.com, and people just don't know about it. Several people have it's enrolling in one of their programs called Experian Boost. We have it written up step by step how to do that. We have videos explaining what that does. But we had one individual that it increased her credit score 120 points within literally 10 minutes while she and I were on a Zoom together enrolling her in Experian Boost. So everybody's situation is different, but don't be hesitant because your credit score is not at 650. As Rory said, let's start connecting. Let's start working on that together now.
Okay, so I'm going to show you the form, okay, and then we're going to go right into the other stuff. So this form, you guys can click on it on the top. You can click it on the side. I'm going to take it off the side here because I'm going to show you this. Let me share my screen. I'm going to click on the IBO here. It's going to take us to RRR247.com/IBO. All right, and I'll go ahead and put that in the chat even. You guys will see it put on there. So you have it there. And then I'm going to go to that page. And this is great. Like you guys can use this. You can show your spouse. I know this program, like I know we have people that are here and I'm getting my text with the people I have showing here. And it sounds great. And a lot of them will say, my spouse needs to see this before I do it. We want your spouse involved with this, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously there's some questions on there, but I mean, this is something that is great. And just so you guys know, Trish is going to be there to talk to him as well. And so here's the video, and then it come down here step by step what to do. All right. And I got all the prerequisites, all the stuff is actually spelled out exactly the way that it's here. Okay. It's all right here. Now I'm going to tell everybody, here's a phone number. Okay. Now this division of us is called Resellers RMP. All right, that's the program. this is our, we are exclusive with this program. Okay. It's through RRR, and as we call it here. And I'm going to say this right now, resellers RMP, and I would add this to your cell phone. Name resellers RMP, and you can put Trisha, even though you'll be, talking to her, and eventually, you might be talking to other people in the team. And this phone number, 458-231-8284. All right. Now we're going to go through here. First, you're going to complete this form. I'm going to take you to that form. And then once you submit this form, there's one more form to complete. All right. And you're going to need this password. All right. So I'm going to click on the form. It's right here. I'm going to fill this out. Name of your instructor. If you don't know who your instructor is, just say, I don't know. I know we have people here. I see the names. And you may not be with an instructor. You're just checking things out before you go forward. No problem. Just put, I don't have one yet. You got to put something there. But if you know your instructor, put them there. PBS URL. This is what we're going to talk about next. And like I told you before, typically this is available to students that are already going forward, setting things up. When we do a BFA event, we offer it from the beginning. So you may not have one of these yet. Just say, don't have one yet. Okay. Your phone number, your email address, your physical address, city, state, zip. It's only available in the United States, and it's available in all the United States. Then you're going to click apply for IBO. That's going to take you to a different form. And that's where you're going to need this password. All right. And then go to IBO start here button and then process that. You're going to select a Calendly time, or I think it's Calendly that you use, Trisha. They're going to set a time to talk with Trisha and get going. That's it. Okay. That's what that's at. All right. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put, you can go ahead and fill that out now. You can save that link to fill out later. You can get with your instructor. Just get it going. Okay. Now we do this BFA event every Saturday. We used to do it once a month, then every other week. We can handle the flow of things coming in. But I'm going to also ask you to be patient and don't expect Trisha to be available in an hour, right? She's here to chat during the live event. She's here to help people walk through stuff. She's always available after a little bit and she'll coordinate stuff. But the best thing you can do, fill out the form. So you're in line. You're not obligated yet, right? You're not signing paperwork to get it done. You're just getting in the process. And do form 1, do the second form, and then get the calendar appointment set to where you can get with Trisha and go through everything. Okay. And again, Trisha, let's go over this. If they're under 650 in the credit score and they're above a 600 even, you want to know so you can help them do things because we probably can get them there. But also we want to be on the radar so that when they're ready, we can get them plugged in sooner than not. Correct?
Correct.
And that's one of the guys. It's one of the biggest areas. I have students that have taken years to get their credit fixed, and they're finally able to do it. I mean, we're talking some major things they got to get taken care of, and we're there to help along the way. Now, I'm also going to bring up just a fact of life. When you bring in more money, money solves a lot of problems. Most problems are solved with money, and so you're able to pay things down, fix your debt ratios, have on-time payments, and so we're going to go into some more of that stuff. All right. Now, Trisha and I probably forgot things that we tell everybody all the time in these presentations. Don't worry. You're going to get a whole rundown of things. You're going to hear it multiple times to really know this. And I got to tell you this, Trisha is very thorough on all the stuff. All right.
Rory, just if I can add one thing, I see in the comments.
Absolutely. Please do.
I see in the comments a concern about taxes, especially the timeline of where we are right now. So I do not need, they want the last 2 years filed tax returns. So if somebody has not filed 2025 yet, we could use 2023, 2024, an extension for 2025, and the banks will accept that. Also, we don't want to always ask for exceptions from the banks, but I have had exceptions where people did not, for example, I had one individual who did not file taxes for the past 2 years because of some custody issues and determining how to file joint, separate. So they're going through some issues. So I was able to get her approved with another form of proof of income, like a W-2 form or profit and loss statement, because she did not have her tax return available. Now, we don't want to make the exception the norm. We want to be able for me to go to the banks and say, I have an exception, unusual that we need to get through. And usually I can get things like that through. But I just want to make sure for the timing that we are right now, a lot of people think I need 2025. I do not need 2025 if you're on an extension.
And any question like that, set up the stuff, tell Trisha where you're at.
Yes, that's why we like the one-on-one assessment calls, because everybody's situation is unique.
And that being said, we're going to move to the next part. We're right on schedule. We got this down. We want to get as many people going in this as we can. And we want to help as many as we can. And we're in a situation today that is so remarkable where we have such a demand of big clients that need this. We got to fill this up. And so I'm just going to say this. We do this every Saturday. You want to bring family and friends to hear the whole thing? Fantastic. We're here for that every Saturday. And you give it your instructor. We do have a replay available so that, you can hear it again, or like, between now and like tomorrow, or, on the weekend or something, you want them to see it. And I'm going to give you guys the replay right now. I'm going to put it in chat. And then I'm going to go into the good stuff. So if you want to see the replay, it's right there, the BFA event. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What I'm about to go into is something that I wish people would come to us way before they needed it. Okay. And what I mean by needed it is, you're under the gun. And let's talk about where today's is. And I'm going to go right to this. People are putting their groceries on credit cards. All right. You're going to be extending your credit. That IBO program and $750 a month is going to help with that. But we're going to focus on how to help it more. Think about it. How many things are going online and being sold only online or sold better online? And what makes that all happen? And who's doing the marketing? And who's connecting all that? And who's sharing it with the world to make that happen? Who's doing that? And is that something you get paid for doing? The answer is yes. And now let's go into a few more things here. All right. And you guys, Christian's available for all this stuff. Fill out that stuff. You got that there. At any time you can click start your IBO here on the presentation. I put the link in there. You got your instructor on it. And if you go to that replay, all the details are spelled out there too. Here goes. So I like to start out with people like, what are you looking for, right? And we're going to go into a journey of vision, innovation, and impact that's already here. Okay, so are you looking for a way to supplement your income? Even if you love what you do for work, it may not bring in the income you need or the income you need to build up for retirement, right? And maybe you want to supplement to then replace your income and get away from the job you are currently in altogether. Having a solution allows you to create income while you work your job that has the ability to create more than you make so you can live and then find that time and financial freedom to work for yourself full time. Right? So you supplement to replace. And we've done that with people over and over again. You get to the point where you're making more money doing this than your job and it takes less time. Okay, what if you put a little more time on this? Would that cover everything you need? And now you can actually do stuff. Imagine not having to get permission to take time off. Imagine not having to wake up every morning because you have to get to work to do something. Imagine not being able to take an extra day here and an extra day there and be able to volunteer at the schools, whatever you want to do. Imagine having time freedom. You can't create time freedom if you're trading hours for dollars. Now, are you retired and need more income to cover bills and to do what you dreamed of doing in retirement? Now, this is most people I talk to that are retired. They did not retire thinking they did not retire where they thought they would be. And 95% of Americans, and I know it's the same globally, 95% of Americans retire broke, meaning they can't really stop working. They got to do things to bring money in. Okay. Now, inflation alone is a killer of retirement dreams. And to create an additional income creates a solution. But it can also allow for so much more. Are you retired and fine financially, but want to be part of something more? I call this my retired and bored. And I love my retired and bored because they want to have purpose and help out and they love to give. And this allows you to do that here too. And you get, to help and work with others. We can do that here. Now, there are many that work 2 or 3 or more jobs to make ends meet. Maybe you're looking for a better way to use your time, make income, and find time for you. There's a better way, and you're seeing it. and you're seeking it, you're found it right now. Okay. It's a better way, a brighter future. It starts here. And we mean that. So we have been working with over 1 million students in all these years. Okay. And I mean, we have hundreds of thousands we're still working with to even see what we do. So guys, these are students that have come into our course to find a solution to making an income online. And we are looking for those that are willing to dive in, not quit, and that are especially good with paying it forward to others as they gain knowledge, know-how, and success with us. We have hundreds of thousands that have not seen this presentation. No one realizes just how real this is or that it is even a thing. No one has this but us. And we are so thrilled that you are here now to see it and to jump on in with us. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich-smart program. This is not a job where you trade time for income, limiting your income to the time in the day you can work. This is a business where we get paid based on actions. The more actions, the more we get paid. And we work in teams to create more and more actions that we can all get paid from. We know things are difficult, and we get to help anyone willing to be teachable, that is willing to do the work, that is willing to follow the processes and the RRR247 system. We have seen it change lives. We have seen it bring in hope, and we have seen it create success for people from all walks of life. Now, we are looking for more people who are ready to take action, follow a proven system, and create the life they truly want. The opportunity is here. The time is now. The choice is yours. Let's build your future together. So, what brings you to us? A mission rooted on purpose, a vision for freedom, a system built for you. We built this initially with a focus on if we could help a stay-home mom create an income to allow her to raise her children and not have financial stress. We knew that if we could help a single mother of 3 to create success, we could help anyone. And we have done that. It is all possible, and it is possible to create income without limits. The more we grow together, the more we can make together. We have large clients that do millions in sales yearly, monthly, weekly. We work with large clients that are 200 million in sales annually and growing. We work with every RRR247 student knowing they can become a huge success in what we do. Not to mention, everyone needs a plan B, something to have in case plan A fails. Job uncertainty, injury, accidents, or failed health of loved ones pulling you into a family, love, and obligations. We see it all, and we are thrilled we have the plan B that is a plan A and above caliber as well. Life costs money. Everything has cost to it, right? Both in our time and in our money. Children and their needs cost money. Children and their desires cost money. Raising children costs money. And for most of us, carries on as they become adults, especially in today's world. It's not just a feeling, it's actually factual. Vacations cost money. Traveling and seeing the world costs money and requires time freedom. The ability to be with your family is time, and time freedom is needed by us all. The ability to help your family financially is a huge thing. The ability to help others is a huge thing, and something most of us enjoy doing. Being able to create a better lifestyle. Most are not living in the manner they dreamed they would. Dreams cost money, and when you have the income, you can make dreams happen. So when we plug our marketing success with the PBS and how it works and our teamwork, along with everything that surrounds it, we have the means, the methods, and we have the paid marketing to support the success of the individual and the team. Together we build freedom. Together we build legacies. Together we are RRR247. And on that note, I'm going to show you what the PBS is. So I'm going to go ahead and play that, and then I'll come on and we'll keep going. Welcome to the complete overview of the Performance Blogging System, or PBS as we like to call it for short. My name is Rory Rickard, and I am the creator of Performance Blogging and the Performance Blogging System. We bring marketing expertise of almost 4 decades now to what we are able to teach, support, and build on constantly with the students of the PBS. Whether you are 8 or 98, if you can follow instructions, you can succeed with the PBS. This took me decades to figure out and to build in a way that anyone can be taught how to do what I do to get what I get.
What took me decades is now something you can get up and going in a matter of days. This is a way to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. This is a way to leverage time and income generation all of the time. I'm going to do a brief overview, and then we will break it down in writing so you can see how real and effective this PBS really is. Then it's all about getting started and getting the revenue streams working for you. Now, this is looking at 1f16.com. And this is a performance blogging system, or PBS. And this is a content marketing site. We build this by design to create multiple streams of income. And as you can see, it is very simple and crisp and clean for navigation by the user. It is set up to run on desktops, laptops, and all mobile devices. This is what a PBS looks like on a desktop. And as you can see, there is simple navigation covering multiple categories, multiple services, and products, all of which can generate us income. And it allows us to keep up with the latest and greatest new products and services at all times. There are literally hundreds of ways we generate revenue individually with these items and products. This simple design has been proven to create as many as 8 clicks per user that visits our PBS. That is 8 revenue points. Also, notice the Google ads that are running on this PBS. This is what happens when you partner with Google as content provider with them through the Google AdSense program. We will cover that more, but each of these ads is paying me for being here. And when they are clicked on, I'll average anywhere from 25 cents to as high as $25 per click. And the best part of it is all automated. Google knows everything about us, right? They know what we like, what we care about, and what we buy. So they are optimizing for the individual to show the highest paying ads for the individual person. Ever wonder why you can be talking about something and then pow, you are seeing ads for it popping up everywhere you go online? This is happening because Google knows all, right? And they are in the business to make money supplying us what we want and need in coordination with the advertisers that are paying Google to be in front of us. See, there are advertisers and consumers and content providers. That is where we belong. Most understand consumers because we are all consumers. And we see ads in front of us everywhere. Advertisers pay Google to place these ads. Google uses their content provider partners, such as us, and search, such as us, to deliver the consumers to the advertisers. And we are partners with Google. They collect the ad spends from the advertisers and share them with us, the content providers and Google AdSense partners. Now, with that quick overview, I want to welcome you to the performance blogging system, and I want to do it in a walking, talking way so you really get to an understanding that this is exactly what you need to be part of for your time and financial freedom. Before we go over this incredible system we call the PBS, your instructor should have sent you the ebook and access to the audiobook of Marketing is Freedom. I wrote this book with decades of marketing experience. This is the background knowledge you need to succeed in marketing and life, really. Be sure you read and or listen to Marketing is Freedom before you get going into session 1 of training. By the time you finish this short presentation, you will be setting up immediately with your instructor. I cannot tell you how excited I am personally that you are here now getting started with us. I know what this means for you, your family, and your legacy, and I am beyond thrilled to be part of your getting started here today. This is truly the perfect business model for anyone. And because of the online community behind it, anyone that is willing to show up and attend the training can win. Your PBS is the best employee you can ever have. Once it is fully set up, this is a 24 hours a day, every day piece of technology working for you. It never takes off time and is always working for you. This is 100% based on do what I do and get what I get. You just need to follow the system. It is a system and not a suggestion. So as you will hear and see it work, do as Rory does, get what Rory gets. And because this is not a wham, bam, slam you in and then leave you to figure it out program, I am here to walk you through everything you need to understand to join with us and get going. In fact, this system is designed to get you in, get you trained, and get you to be able to make income within 2 weeks from the time you start. The more you put into it, working the exact way I have proven out, the more income you can create. And this is not a job where you get paid by the hour and are therefore limited in the amount you can make. This is an opportunity that allows you to get paid for what you directly do and for what the PBS system and all of the community and teamwork allows you to make. See, we do not get paid by the hour. This is not employment, or as I really consider slavery where your time is not your own. But this is where you can get paid by the actions. And we utilize technology, teamwork, and a corporate structure around the teamwork to create success, lasting success, and ongoing legacy incomes together. We have multiple income streams built into the PBS. Google partnership with your PBS, residual affiliate marketing with your PBS, and then teamwork and revenue sharing. Now, I'm going to go right to Google partnership with your PBS. Once you get started, we will be guiding you through the setup steps to get your PBS ready for a Google partnership. This is where you get to share in revenue from advertising and search with Google AdSense. When you properly set up your PBS and do what Rory does, this allows you to create steady traffic utilizing SEO, keyword marketing, ad posting, and paid for you V marketing that ensures traffic. $10 a day is $300 a month. $20 a day is $600 a month. $100 a day is $3,000 a month. You get the idea. And because of our philanthropy in funding your paid marketing, you get to create income with a Google partnership without spending your money to do it. Sounds too good to be true, right? We love this. We get to help those that need it most to get a hand up. And get this, the more you succeed with us, the more we can help others. Okay, let's break down Google, and this is often the smallest income stream compared to the others. Google's revenue per user has grown over the years, from an estimated $152 per user in 2015 to $379 per user in 2022. In 2023, Google's revenue per user is estimated to be around $390. Yes, we are years past 2023 now, and the revenues are only increasing. Here's some related information about Google's revenue. Ad revenue in 2023 was $237.86 billion. Search engine revenue is the primary driver of its revenue and profits. In 2023, 73.6% of Alphabet's ad revenue came from Google search. That's where our keyword marketing comes in, guys. Alphabet, by the way, is the parent company to Google and so many other internet companies. Now, YouTube revenue, which is owned by Google, in 2023 brought in $31.5 billion in ad revenue, which is 13.3% of Alphabet's total ad revenue. The Google network revenue in 2023 brought in $31.3 billion in ad revenue, which is about the same percentage as YouTube. We're talking a lot of money, and we participate in all of this. Now, the daily revenue is about $890 million every day. We are just going after a fraction of that for every one of our PBS students. It's awesome, right? Now, Google's main source of income is showing ads alongside relevant search results on google.com. That's where we participate in, folks. There are an estimated 5.3 billion people online, and about 90% of them use Google search. Google reported $224.47 billion in ad revenue in 2022, not including the YouTube ads. So that comes out to about $47 per year per person globally. Okay. And again, this is from years ago now. It is only growing. When we partner with Google and get connected with their Google AdSense program, we earn a revenue share. They get the advertisers, they collect the ad revenue, and they pay us each month like clockwork. We get paid per view, per click, and per impression. Best part is we just create the traffic and they do the rest. I have been paid by Google every month without fail since 2007. And the very ways we teach you how to generate traffic has been creating income for me since 1997. I am still earning from the performance blogging I did back then. So having a partnership with Google allows us to make money for just creating traffic. Then as we market the right things, we create income from the affiliate marketing. And we created residual affiliate marketing, and this is where the huge money is. We focus on marketing the products and services that people love, want, and desire. And in almost every case, we market the products and services that pay us for the initial sell and then ongoing for each sell that customer makes for the life of the customer. This is leveraged income. We acquire the customer, connect the customer with the product or service. We do not have to inventory or are responsible for shipping or customer support, and we get paid each time they buy, allowing us to build an income that can grow day by day, week by week, month by month. Teamwork and revenue sharing kicks in and we work together, allowing life to happen. You are not a sole proprietor business owner with us. You are a business owner that works with a team to support you and the others. We pay it forward with the success tools and resources made available to us through the system. As you build in teams, you gain in revenue sharing. And there are far more items in this part of the business. We will show you these in session 2 of your training. Let's say, as great as this sounds, there is even more aspects of the income streams we have proven out to share with you as you build your PBS with us. Let's get you started today. 3 key points so you know how incredible this is. 1, you are not paying us to train you. You should be all normal metrics, right? We do know how to make 6 and 7 figures a year doing this. That is worth a lot. But my wife and I wanted to provide a way for anyone to win. We wanted to create this the way we would want it if we were you coming into the system, knowing how it works on the other side. And we believe that if it's really this good, we should invest our time and our money with you. We make money when you do. Your instructor, the team, and the system are all performance-based. We make money when you make money. This is why the costs of getting going with this are so incredibly low. We make our money because we are truly marketing and creating sales to the tune of millions a week. This is a fully scalable business model that allows anyone from anywhere in the world to succeed. And the third thing is we also get to pay it forward and take our marketing that is already working and we get to share it with you. In fact, the more you get involved in the marketing, the more paid marketing we get to give you to build your PBS income streams. And this is why your instructor has marketing already in motion to pay it forward now to you. The more you learn and get going, the more you are going to be realizing this is different. This is how the world should be. And we are doing it, allowing all to rise up. You just have to do the work, be consistent, and show up for you. Also, from the moment you get started and through the training, we provide ongoing live training to keep up with the latest and greatest ways to improve and grow our PBS income streams. The more you attend, the more you learn and can add to your success. This is all training you do not pay for. We are going to constantly invest into you and your PBS business success. There must be a catch, right? There absolutely is. As you succeed with us, you are expected to pay it forward to others that are coming into our community with us. This is an absolute process of pay it forward. We help you to help others, to then help them to help others. That is the absolute catch here, and we stand behind this catch 100%. From the get-go, we establish your own performance blogging system or PBS. This takes a couple of days for our CTO team to set you up. You get your own short 4 or 5 character URL. The shorter the URL, the bigger the advantage and overall structure of URLs for marketing and keywords. While these have an incredible value because of this, we purchased large amounts of these back before anyone really understood how this would progress. We saw it, we invested in it, and we get to share that with you. You start out with a copy of exactly what Rory is making money with every single day. You don't need to go find anything. We give it to you. And virtually every second of the day with all the combined income streams represented here. This makes money for me every second of every day. Do what I do, get what I get. We have found that anyone can be taught the art of the PBS when they modify. Once you learn the basics, you will be able to add more and more to your PBS, allowing for more and more success. One good article page, we call them offer pages, can generate 100,000 unique visitors and all the revenue they create a year, a month, a week, a day, an hour. Your instructor will guide you one-on-one through sessions 1 and 2. These are 3 hours or so each. We allow you to get you started in shared marketing from the conclusion of session 1. Paying it forward, your instructor and their team are able to pay it forward with marketing that is already in motion to help you get going. From there, you get into session 2, where you understand more of how this PBS works. Then it is into the actual work of building out your PBS to be set up with the affiliate links that allow you to be paid, and for you to become the author of the content to allow you to benefit from the SEO and keyword marketing. Then it is into session 3 for ad posting and V marketing. This is where your consistency allows for more and more success. V marketing is our proprietary, paid for you marketing that ensures traffic and therefore financial success with your PBS and income streams created within your PBS. Your instructor will be guiding you through your PBS activation, and as a hands-on guru, I'm excited to see you in the training and to hopefully meet you at our live events as we celebrate the achievement of time and financial freedom through marketing. Marketing is freedom after all. And now you are getting your own vehicle in your own PBS to make it happen. This is a dream making reality, using the right training, understanding, and technology to make it happen. Yours in absolute success and prosperity through the power of marketing and the wonder of the internet. Now, I'm the inventor of the performance blogging system and the co-founder of the RRR247 community, which will be supporting you. I cannot wait for you to meet my incredible wife and co-founder of RRR247, who will be helping train and organization efficiencies with you ongoing. God bless. Get started with your instructor today, and I'll see you in the training.
Okay, now I want to go into one more thing here, and we'll get some stuff going. I am going to bring up that, and I'll do a recap here soon. This system that we talk about, the performance blogging system, it is the center point of so many things that we lap onto it and create revenues with. It is genius. We're going to guide you through it, and I'm going to show you a little bit of how we do that. But first, let's do this. I'm going to go into the power of leadership here with RRR247. First, your one-on-one instructor. They are there to guide you through the learning management system, or LMS for short, to build your PBS and help you with the RRR247 businesses to create income. Second, your leadership team. We have leaders that are all part of your success. They will be guiding you in group training. Third, the RRR247 family works together. We have weekly live training to build together and to keep on the hot items and to press for creating time and financial freedom. Together we lead, right? One team, one mission, one future, freedom, impact, freedom, purpose, and impact. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go into our LMS login. This is available in a few places, right? So it's on RRR247.com/LMS, or you'll see a login for it everywhere. Okay. And you may already have this set up. If not, your instructor is going to set you up with it. A lot of times when we're getting people going, we set you up in this to get access. This is included with what we do. All right. Now I'm going to point out a few things. You do not pay us to train you. We make money when you make money, and we get to pay it forward and share our resources and things we're already knowing how to do to help you build. This system gives you every access to the resources and stuff that we do and let you grow and develop as we get you into more and more things that win. So I'm going to go into the member login. I'm going to log in. And you're going to see courses when you get in, available courses. Okay. And you're going to start here and have like an overview of what we talked about. Then this is where we get everything going. Okay. So here's your start here. You can view the course and go through it. And then you'll start here, and then we go through more and more things. And I'm just going to give you like a little bit of a rundown. There's an AI super center, all these things, but you're going to do things in order. You're going to need these things later. And then here's our BFA event. And then we got business account resources. We got real estate stuff we do. There's a great thing that I wrote on timeshare secrets, for instance. Here's a training on our powerful V marketing. You're going to learn all about it. And then we have a private room. You're going to learn all about this stuff. As you go through the training, everything is systematic. So I'm going to pull this one up. You'll hit start now, but there's things for you to read that gives you like information about the skill sets we train. These skill sets allow us to teach anybody basically how to fish. You know these skill sets, you are in a situation where you can always provide services you can get paid for, right? We make money providing value or service, or we buy or sell products, right? And we do both here. But skill set number one is the art of the performance blogging system. That's where you learn how to do content, SEO, search, keywords, social media marketing, AI-driven processes. This is epic training and application to create income. Your instructor and your instructor team will be working with you and will be sharing the marketing resources that they already have in motion with you. This is pay it forward in its finest. Skill set number two is the art of the BRT, also known as the art of communication. That's written, verbal, and utilizing AI and video. We cover all this. Then skill set number three is the art of technology, and that's from our incredible CRM and our LMS, which we're in right now, and our AI tools and resources. So if you understand the technology and how to communicate and how to tie it on the blogging system, we've empowered you to do so much, okay? I'm going to go, just like you guys, we have this, they're going to walk you through it. And as you go through the curriculum, it's step by step and it breaks it all down. And when you're in the curriculum, here's where you can access the ebook. Oh, I got to log in for it again, I guess. But you have access to everything is here. Now I'm going to go here to the BFA recap. If you're in the scope of being ready, apply for the IBO. Be sure to think and connect your family members, friends to the IBO process. It's open, you guys. We can help a lot of people with that. 2, get your PBS ordered. All right. And get your PBS ordered. I see I got that. Oh, sorry, now I'll pull that up in a second. Get your PBS ordered. If you have not done so already with your instructor, some of you already have, I get that. This is the center of how we can create income every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year. Okay. Get with your instructor and set up your session 1 of training. This will be 3.5 to 4 hours of getting you started in the setup process and continue in session 2 and into actually setting up your PBS so it can create income. Yeah, you got to do all that. Setting up is always the hardest part, right? But once it's up and going, man, we got some solutions for you. And then, and you will be set up with the training times and access so you can participate in all the weekly stuff we do. See you ongoing as we build something amazing together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this on here for you guys to get going. Start your IBO here, activate your PBS through PayPal, activate it through credit card right there. And let me talk about that for a second. You're not paying us to train you. We make money when you make money, and we supplement and subsidize so many things along the way, including that performance blogging system. It's not thousands of dollars to get set up. It's $49. We literally subsidize it. That's your SSL, your domain. It's a powerful domain that's worth a lot. It comes with everything you need in the hosting. If you were to do it yourself, it'd be about $500 a month. We do it for you for $49, and then you pay a $48.95 hosting fee that covers 90 days. It's 3 months. It works out to $16 a month for hosting. And that 24-hour tech support, we got guys that are looking for all the nefarious hackers and things to clean up. We maintain stuff and do things for you that you could never replace this for that on your own. Why? Because we don't make money in hosting. We make money because we sell products and services. But we all need that system to track and do all the things we do to get paid. So get that activated and get going with your instructor. I'm going to leave that on here. I'm going to set the timer up here on the top. I think I can run it. I'm going to put a little, I'm going to do the small timer of 10 minutes up there. I'm going to go work with my students that came in here and get some things going. When that timer's off, this will shut down. So make sure you're communicating, chat's still open, and you can get things going. Trish is still answering people, and she's going to be coordinating people on the time, and we'll go from that. So welcome here. Can't wait to see you guys in the training, and thanks for joining us for a BFA event. Bye for now. Oh, and those that are on YouTube, I will probably shut this off in the next couple of moments. I'm just going to leave it open here for the 10 minutes. We're at 9 minutes now, so that people can continue to communicate, and then we'll let you guys deal with it one-on-one with your instructors. Okay, cheers. Bye for now. Have a great day.